The new smiths are holed up in the woods, planning soon to leave for Boston.
They may leave for Boston, but the curse will follow. The curse will follow until their backs are against the wall.
The governor is no more. His son takes charge. They rebuild as best they can.
Little Lammy Haskell? Truly? Well, better him than his father. May the vacuous peacock rest in peace.
How do things stand?
How do things stand, Captain, as you see them?
Little has changed. The dead flood from the mines. We shoot them down and gain respite. Soon, the onslaught begins anew. The clock of our extinction ticks on towards the hour. We may no more defeat the dead than we may vanquish the ocean waves.
Folk have little enough hope, and you're leading them further into the darkness.
I've heard the whispers, the murmurs, the plotting from the shadows. We hold till the last. We resist, till retribution rises from the pit and drags us all to hell.
Well, that's something worth waiting for.
I fail to see the appeal of this slow agony.
How unfortunate. Because thanks to you, and the time you bought us, the agony will be all the slower.
It's a word.
As the commanding officer, you must know all the local lumps and bumps.
The lumps and bumps can smooth themselves. I have other priorities.
Gotta go. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, Matthias. You have a good night.
Why did you come to New Eden, Captain? Why here?
Far from the many wars we fight, you mean? I'd shot enough Frenchmen and more than enough Indians.
Did no one come with you?
Keep to your business, son, not mine.
It's just, there's a portrait hanging on the wall. A family.
I had a wife and daughter once. I'll not entertain you with their story.
Okay. Yourself?
Tell me more about yourself and your career.
I did my duty and had the fortune to return alive. That's all. We who are intimate with war tell no tales.
I thought that too. I was wrong. Silence allowed my ghosts to prosper. 'Tis good to tell our stories.
If ever I do tell, I'll not be telling you, son.
I'll wait till you're dead.
Permission to take my leave, Captain.
And if I refuse it?
Are you trying to recruit me, Captain? Do you really think I'd take the King's shilling?
If I were to offer enough shillings, I'm sure of it. I need no new lieutenants. But if you wish, you may stay. This key unlocks the unused watchtower. You'll bill it while you're here.
All right.
On the one hand, a captain beaten by the world. On the other, his rival, haunted and mutinous.
In a fort besieged by vengeful specters.
Behind all the shit, there's something else. Something darker.
My dearest Cotton, I know it's been a long time, and I know you've asked me not to write you anymore, but you broke my heart the day you asked me to stop contacting you. I shall try one last time. Sorry to learn about your health, and I hope you'll recover soon. Earl and I have a little girl, and I know you'll never accept my love for him, but we were happily married. We named our child Mary, like her beloved grandmother. We live in a beautiful little house with a cow and 7 chickens, and Earl has found work as a blacksmith. It's not an easy life, but we have food on our table and fire in our hearth. I feel happy and loved, and I would like you to feel the same. I'll try to send you some money. Sister Waverly. sickness of a soldier. Shadows start to sing, the sky is falling, day turned into night. Specters are at my door. I hear them clawing at the gates. I can run, but I know I'll never escape. The shadows are my friend. I hear them calling out my name. Scratched. I'm a living shell with no soul, just a ghost haunting his own house. I walk towards death, breathing my last breath. My mother used to say, death is on the horizon. I used to be afraid. But now I'm ready for the sun to set. Sweet Ethel. Some of my comrades are sick. I could do nothing for them, squeamish as I am. Matthew spent the night in the nurse's side, carrying spew in buckets. A good man, who speaks little. I am cold, I am hungry, I am tired. There is fighting yet to do. Good Talbot. Official document. The death of Private Forbury, according to Forbury's wishes, an award to his military exploits during the Battle of Bloody Brook, Teddy the Shadow, appointed to be owner of Forbury late properties, including his rifle. May the Shadow carry his fine gun with honor. Have an abacus? Is that what that's done on the ground? Key to military arsenal. This is where we're
Could be
resting.
worse. Could be underground.
We got a Bible. Find a way to board this up a little bit better, right? Or do we need it to shoot? It's awfully chilly. But good thing we put a campfire in the middle of a wooden floor. Do I have enough to upgrade anything? Oh, it looks like I may. I can upgrade you. Now let's max it out. Okay, so we need nest silt for this next one. Or nest silt and an elite. Done. Oh, are we supposed to rest? Oh yeah, we are supposed to rest. Actually, no, before we rest, let's get out of here. Let's go look at the goods. Find the blacksmith and the other shop or something we gotta go to.
Greetings. Welcome to Ingersoll's General Store. I'm Bathsheba Ingersoll, the owner. What can I get you? A comb, perhaps?
A comb. Very funny. Red McCraith, and pleased to meet you.
I met your friend Miss Duarte briefly in New Eden Town. I'm so sorry for your loss. She seemed a vibrant and resolute young woman.
and she seemed eager to leave town as quickly as possible.
Tell me about your store. Tell me about you.
The original Ingersoll's in Boston was grand and fine, but it burned in the North Square fire of '91. We moved to New Eden with Nathaniel. But before Natty could return home, my husband died. Then came the curse. And now here we are. Welcome to Ingersoll's of Fort Jericho.
You never wanted to do anything else.
My husband was prosperous and affluent. I was young and clever. We made an excellent match. He taught me everything I know. The store is my business. My legacy. My story. It is who I am. I don't like running a store. I love it.
You do? Let's look at your wares first.
Shall we trade?
I rather think we should, sir.
Good.
What interests you?
Oh. I don't know about any of this stuff. Nope. All right. But Ferdinando things.
Ferdinando Miller sold you a few things recently, right? May I have a look?
You may, yes. Though I doubt they'd be much use to you. Unless you've got a knack for art. Mr. Miller mostly sold me paintings. You can't miss them, they're the only ones I have.
All right.
The shopkeeper must hear everything that goes on. Tell me something interesting. Just between us.
You assume me to be a gossip monger?
Yep.
What do you wish to know?
Captain.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
He lets me trade. I like the man. He says Ingersoll's store is good for the fort. I very much agree.
Helen?
What can you tell me about Helen Priest?
I like her. Though she's impetuous. Terse, even. She fancies herself a leader when she should know her place, and that place is below the captain. Thinking about it, no. I don't think I do like her.
All right, the fort.
But more generally, how fares Fort Jericho?
Well, it's cold. Folk are hungry more often than not. I've little to tell you won't hear from someone else. But Ingersoll's is open, so all is well with me.
Okay.
I must take my leave.
And may God go with you.
Pretty. The work, I mean.
Not our ghost eye, though. Let's try the forge.
How did I miss the forge? Oh, it's right there. No?
Good day, sir. Nathaniel Sather at your service. What can I do for you?
That Mr. Sather remains to be seen. Red McCraith, by the way. The Banisher. You seem a chatty fella.
We see precious few new faces around here. You'll forgive me if I use you for fresh conversation.
Tell me about yourself. Share your business. Tell me what's important to you.
I'm from Boston. I love it very much. So much more lively. A fine mix of conviviality and anonymity. I miss that life. The music. The colour and the splendour. The dance of commerce. The flower sellers' forget-me-nots. Oh, the forget-me-nots. I very much wish to go home.
What are you doing here then?
I'm the shop boy. When the store moves, I move with it. Old man Ingersoll opened up a general's store in Boston back in '78. Then he married Bathsheba. I came with them to New Eden intending to quickly return, but Mr. Ingersoll died. I extended my stay. They took me on when I was just a boy. I've no family. All I have is my Thomas, my closest friend.
You have, as my granny would say, the power to talk the back legs off a two-footed donkey. But I bet you listen too. What do you hear hereabouts?
Oh, little of interest. Pennington has signed John Rumble to the train band, which means nothing at all to me. I believe John was down the flooded mine. That can't have been fun. Maybe the militia will be good for him.
Huh? You never know who'll take to soldiering.
You say that, and I defer to your experience, but I'm sure it's not for me.
Captain?
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
The captain? I've not a single bad word to say about that dismally antiquated, superannuated old man. His depth of experience is inspiring, although I shudder to think what those experiences have done to him. But we should respect our elders. We should listen to their point of view, and then ignore it as we look to the future.
Nice. Helen?
What do you think of Helen Priest then?
I'd put her in charge if I could. She's bright, trustworthy, thinks for herself. She's not married to old doctrine. People here are desperate. They're sick, they need courage. And Helen Priest fears nothing.
The fort.
More generally, how fares Fort Jericho?
It's cold. Our clothes are inelegant, the walls are drab. There's no music, no conviviality. There's no gaiety. Boston isn't much of a city, but I miss it. I wonder what I could make of this place where I allowed.
You can paint a turnip red, but it still won't be an apple.
True, but stack enough red-painted turnips about the place, and even the dour Scotsman shall surely crack a smile.
No.
I must go. Thank you for your time.
Take care, and mention it not.
Oh, here we go.
A note?
Let's see.
Joseph, I received things you owed me. They're good, but you a liar. It seems you are not. Becca's slave, Ferdinando, was not satisfied with his dead mistress' fortune. By Pennington's order, he's a free man now, and the merchant to boot. Shite shall end us all, mark me. Anyways, we are quits, you and I, until we shuffle cards in the barracks with the men. I'll fleece you then once more.
Ferdinando was a slave. She was his owner.
She kept that quiet,
Yeah, she
as if
did.
it were of no consequence. We know where to go. The barrack room. A vivid memory from the quill resonates. An echo, perhaps.
I only recognize my name in the list.
Distant family, but I can't disinherit them.
I would never ask you that. To have met you is already more than I ever expected. If I was to lose you, God forbids, I'd cherish all that reminds me of you.
Liar!
If you were to lose me, all that I own would now be yours.
Smooth talker.
He claimed not to love her. Why lie?
Maybe he didn't lie. Maybe he pretended to love her.
Let's see what he has to say about it.
We shall.
Banisher?
Folk talk about you. About your past.
I know what they say. They say I am a murderer. They are wrong. As she lay dying, Rebecca Hardgrave gave me my freedom. Before that, I was her slave.
How very romantic.
If it weren't for the captain, the good people of New Eden would have let me die too.
Rebecca was in love with you. The feeling was not mutual. True?
I was her pet. A dog nuzzling its master, hoping she might loosen its leash. She loved me, she said. I allowed her to think I loved her back. I sat up and begged and let her pet me. I was a very good boy.
You gulled her, then took advantage.
To a slave, a crumb of freedom tastes like a loaf. You'd have done no different, and I'd do the same again. Enough chitter-chatter. Perhaps you should get back to work. What am I paying you for?
You're paying for this. This is the work. But I get the feeling it's the result that interests you, not the method. You want me to finish the job, then the story must be told. The ghost must manifest.
I do not like this idea. This idea can shit itself 6 times by sundown.
Come on, break the brooch, and let's get it over with.
No choice remains. Let it be done. And I'll be done with it!
Broke it into such small pieces I can't see it.
You're here at last!
Step no closer!
I don't understand. Are you not glad to see me?
Now, Banisher! End this!
Not now. You need to hear the truth, both of you. That reminds me. Rebecca, you omitted to tell us that Ferdinando was your slave. That you owned him.
I loved him.
I was a slave! I was not free to leave. What kind of love is that?
What are you saying? We loved each other.
Love? No. I told my master what she wanted to hear. I gulled her with a lie. I thought you a fool. But no, you believed me because you wanted to. Yet you didn't believe me, did you? Not entirely. That's why you never freed me.
I loved you, and you loved me. It was but a piece of paper. A piece of paper and a guarantee. I needed a guarantee.
Oh.
You don't know what love is. You know only fear. You feared being undesired, being unnoticed, being alone.
True love requires you to let go.
Time to give this love story an ending.
We're just gonna send her.
Rebecca Hardgrave, your love for Fardy Miller is sincere but unwanted. You're hurting him. Let him go.
Is it wrong to wish to spend your life with the man you love?
You did spend your life with him. Now your life is over.
He was mine. I wanted to keep him. Was I wrong?
You don't own him. You can't own him.
Let go. Find peace.
Peace! She gets peace! After all she did!
I get peace, but you get your freedom. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Fadi. For everything.
You have been here.
Too bad there's not an option where you can just be like, just kidding, and then banish them.
She deserves no peace. She put me through hell. You don't care, Banisher. Just one more mad master in a madder world. What do you want?
You'll forgive me for this, but being a merchant here in New Eden seems a difficult calling.
I can't decide if you keep asking me that because you're judging me, or because you're judging New Eden. I suggest you judge New Eden. I have goods. I have money. Land too, though it's worthless now. I work hard. Why wouldn't I trade? The captain has no problem with it, and neither should you.
Farewell to you, Mr.
Don't like him.
Sir.
Don't like him at all.
Don't hurry back.
Done. Alright, so we need a rest. Let's go do that. See where we gotta go next. Well, we did level up. We'll do that quick. Alright, so damage taken by red is reduced up to 20% the lower the spirit gauge. I don't really use snare. Damage taken is reduced by 25% while I'm snared. Spirit points gains are increased, but health points gained do the ensnare, I guess. Maximum decoction charge increased by 2, but manifestations cooldown are increased by 30%. Drinking a deconcoction during combat triggers an area effect dealing... Oh, but it reduces health points. I don't know if I like any of those. Perfect switch. Post parry attacks dealing. I'm gonna try that, but I don't parry for crap. All right, let's rest.